Good morning and welcome to today's Football Spy with me, Dan Silver. Now, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be very worried indeed this morning. No, not because Emmanuel Adebayor is about to sulk his way out of the club. I'd imagine that joyous news was responsible for many a hangover in North London this morning, but rather because the club he looks like joining are after your top four spot. Now, whether or not you agree with the way that he's gone about it, there's no denying the fact that Mark Hughes is assembling a very good squad at Eastlands. Carlos Tevez is the latest star to sign up for the Eastlands project. And is it just me, or does that sound like a really boring homework assignment? Having sealed his long-running £25 million move across Manchester last night. A deal, by the way, that would see the Argentine pick up a staggering £150,000 per week. Now, as we all know, thanks to Lord Griffiths' brilliantly insightful report on West Ham that he delivered last season, Carlos is worth at least 3 points to any club on his own. So by my reckoning, City are already topping the table without a ball being kicked. And it's only going to get worse from here on in. The Sun claims Mark Hughes will spend £300 million on his side by the end of the summer, with Joleon Lescott and John Terry set to complete the revamped lineup. As it stands, City are only a defender or two away from the top four, and sorry Gunners fans, but it's your place there that's most in danger. Don't agree? Then let us know what you think on the Football Spy blog or via email, details of which are on the bottom of the screen below. Now, one person who has got the hump over City's money bags tactics is, surprisingly enough, Sir Alex Ferguson. The Manchester United manager harumphed his way through a pre-season press conference yesterday, revealing not only that he wouldn't have signed Michael Owen if Real Madrid hadn't have gazumped him for Karim Benzema, but also criticising the ludicrous fees being demanded and paid for overpriced talent this summer. All very admirable and true, of course, until you consider that this is a man who not only received £80 million for Cristiano Ronaldo, but also paid £30 million for Bulgarian ornament Dimitar Berbatov last year. To paraphrase Bruno, clearly blowing wads of cash on lazy superstars is so last summer. We want to know who you think is the most overpriced transfer of recent years. Answers on the Football Spy blog, please, at mirror.co.uk/spy. Over in Liverpool, Rafa Benitez looks resigned to losing midfielder Xabi Alonso, who is almost certainly on his way to big spend in Real Madrid. Today's Daily Star reports the midfielder has told his boss that he feels undervalued and wants to leave, which in my mind makes it even more essential the Reds keep hold of Javier Mascherano. As the great football fan Oscar Wilde might have said, to lose one world-class holding midfielder might be regarded as misfortunate, but to lose two would look like carelessness. Now, Tottenham have had an uncharacteristically quiet summer transfer window so far, but there are signs of movement over in North London now. There's no shortage of suitors for Darren Bent, and Aston Villa have reportedly entered the fray today. And Harry Redknapp will spend the cash he gets with an £11 million raid for Sheffield United fullbacks Carl Walker and Carl Norton, according to today's Daily Mirror. The Daily Mail takes a rather more fanciful line that Spurs are trying to tempt Patrick Vieira back to the Premier League on a pay-as-you-play deal. And if that sounds like a typical Redknapp signing, then how about this story from The Sun? David Beckham has given an interview in the States in which he refuses to rule out a return to the Premier League. Harry, you know what to do. Now for today's quick hits. Arsene Wenger will replace Emmanuel Adebayor with Bordeaux striker Marouane Chamakh, according to The Sun, and is also set to poach Chelsea's highly rated 17-year-old winger Frank Noble. Savour that, Gooners. I think it could be the only victory you get over the Blues this season. Now, Gianfranco Zola is looking to take his old Chelsea teammate Ida Johnson to West Ham on a season-long loan. Anyone know what Torre-Andre Flo is up to these days? Your phone could be ringing soon. Aston Villa are closing in on Leeds teenage sensation Fabian Delph, and Fulham are on the verge of capturing West Brom midfielder Jonathan Greening, with Hammer Buatsa and £2.5 million going the other way. And finally, to my favourite headline of the day. The Guardian has a story of Mike Ashley's struggles to offload his troubled club, entitled Newcastle Suitors Scared Off by Club's Liabilities. Now surely that's no way for a national newspaper to talk about Joey Barton and Mark Viduka. That's all from me. Darren will be back tomorrow, and as ever you can keep up with all today's breaking news and gossip at mirror.co.uk/sport. And we're still looking for fan bloggers next season, particularly for the championship sides. So if you think you've got what it takes to write about your club on mirror.co.uk next season, drop me a line explaining why at dan.silver@mirror.co.uk. I'm off to get my teeth fixed. Darren will be back tomorrow.